Alright everybody, welcome back to the Game Vault. I am Captain Beefy and this is a little special on how to make the Gold Pickled Fowl Feet in Elden Ring. So first off, we need to find the recipe for it because we don't have that yet. And that requires a cookbook that's located just a little bit east of the Storm Gate area in the ravine that the bridge spans over, just to the east of this area. So we'll head over there and try to make our way down to the bottom. I kind of meander a little bit here. I wasn't really sure where I was going. I should find these things first and then film it, This is a growth, man. This is a growth. If you look at the stuff I put out 2 months ago, this is a far cry from that. So in any case, I set my marker down. It brought me here. I was close. I should have gone a little further east. I would have been in that ravine. So I look for a way down. It looks like we can jump it the whole way, but I kind of run around a little bit and just verify where I am on the map, since I'm kind of, I'm just discovering this area. I've been down there before, I think with my first character, but I never noticed that mine, or maybe I missed this part, So in any case, right around, I kill some birds out of frustration, and then I'm like, you know what, let's try it here, and I go down. So let's go down. And we're a little too far north, but that's okay. So we drop down on the ledge, and we take no damage. Just get on down to the bottom, boom, turn around, head north, and it'll be on the left-hand side up here, and we're not too far off. Just got to meander a little bit. Now, when we get up here, a scripted event starts where you get invaded, you get knocked off of your mount, your steed there. I try to go in, and I can't. And it ends up you get these two weird invader guys fighting. The red guy's a jerk. But, with a little work with your buddy there, your little orange buddy, he's down. Defeated. Humiliated. His ancestors are humiliated. Everybody hates him. And that's just perfect. So once that's done, the actual cave opens up to you and you're able to go inside. So, like I said, it's up here. Now it's on the right. We went a little further north of it. And this isn't a tough cave, although, I'm kind of a little goofy in it. But what you do is you come in, get your little grace point there. And then you go down this little hallway, and there's a room beyond it. And we activate all this crap. And it's got about there's 2 guys in that room, and they're fairly low level, easy to kill with a swipe or 2 of my katana. But when I go in the room, there's some bells on strings just beyond the bushes in there, and I trigger them off. And when they trigger off, about 5 more guys roughly, I never really counted them, but we'll count them this time, come up from down the hallway and give me a hard time. So I have to end up engaging in like 7 of these guys in a row. It's not that big of a deal. But I have a feeling if I didn't hit those bells, I could have taken out the first 2 and then just aggroed the other guys 1 or 2 at a time, and it would have made it a little less hectic. But again, if you're lower level or you're not well equipped, that's probably the route to go, be a little more stealthy. In my build, it was, I could have easily got killed if I screwed up, but I didn't. I was fortunate. I held it together barely. I didn't die. At least not this part. Alright, so let's head on down there. We got our lantern lit. I'm glad we bought that. Look what it does to that black cave. Can see if there's any traps or anything. And here's where the bells are, right beyond these bushes. But I don't know that at the time. So I go through, hit the bell, right about now. See him? Right there. Boom. And now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So there's 7 total guys in there. Just beyond them is a pathway down to a treasure chest. You may as well go down there first and collect that treasure. We're just going to skip past that real quick because I don't even remember what it is, to be honest with you. But it was something, it was something worth looking at, and it only takes a few seconds. But that's not the way we want to go. We want to go this way. Right in there. We get in there and we have to fight with good old Patches. I guess Patches was from a previous Souls game. I don't know him. But about halfway through the fight, he gives up, begs for mercy, and at this point you can either kill him, which in retrospect I would recommend, or you can spare his life. If you spare his life, he becomes a vendor here. If you kill him, you get his bell, and you can bring it to the sisters in the hub, and they'll sell his stuff, so it saves you a trip down here. But in any case, this is where you buy the Missionary's Cookbook number 2, and that's got the pickled fowl foot recipe. So where are the parts? Well, the first part's really easy to find. It's the row of fruit that you see literally everywhere in the game, from the moment you leave the cave to everywhere pretty much. And here it is, that red fruit, row of fruit, I'm sorry, Rona fruit, Vita Corona. So that's pretty much everywhere in the game. The next one we're going to look at is the most challenging I had to find. If anybody knows a better place to farm these things, but they're gold fireflies. So we had to go a little bit east of this location here, and right around this tree, kind of to the north, kind of to the west of it a little bit, you'll find a body of water. I only found one, but I was just being chased by bears the entire time. This was awful. It was a truly awful experience. I didn't die, but I managed to sneak 4 of these buggers out real quick, and then I hauled ass, and as you can see, even at full speed, this guy's right on me. He eventually gave up. I don't know why, but I eventually got away from him, fortunately. And that's when we go to the next spot where we got to get the last part, which is the actual foot, the fowl foot. And those are easy to find. You go back to the church where you first appear in the game pretty much when you leave. You get that first vendor in there. And we head to the west a little bit, all the way out, and then we make our way down. And we're heading down to that beach. Now down there's these birds that look kind of like a seagull type bird, some kind of seagull or something. We're going to kill those guys with a bow and collect a bunch of those feet. But on the way down, this guy looked at us kind of funny, so I was like, hey, what are you looking at? And he said, your mom, and this is what happened. So you can dispatch Charlie or not. I chose to, but fast forward, we go down to the beach, and these birds are everywhere. These little penguin, seagull-looking birds, and you can see we're pulling some 4-toed fowl feet from them. Say that fast a few times. So we just basically run around and kill a handful of these. We got a bunch of these feet set up. The only thing that we're going to have to find a better spot for is those fireflies. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll have to try our hand at fighting one of those bears. They're horrifying looking, but we probably could take one. I mean, I imagine we could. They can't be that challenging. So gather up as many of these as you need. I mean, we've got way more than we need at this point, I know. I don't know if we ever got any other gold fireflies. I haven't really looked for them, so we might have picked up some by accident just running through areas. I don't know. We'll have to find out and figure that part out. Hey, look, a skull. All right, so our next step is to make the concoction, as many of them as we can, and then we'll take those with us on our next farming run when we go to, let the boulders chase us off the cliff. We'll use them up and earn as much extra runes as we can. So there you have it. There's the feet. We can make 4. Boom. So, as always, thanks for joining me here in the Game Vault. I'm Captain Beefy. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and ring that bell for notifications. Also, don't forget to leave a comment on the video down below. And like it for me. And if you share us on social media, please don't hurt me, I'm asking. I'm begging. But we would be greatly pleased with that. I'll see you next time.